Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessie. I have a 15-month-old son named River. Before we get into the video, I'll just quickly address I have been a little bit absent on here. I've got a ton of videos in the works, so I'm going to be more consistent in this new year. A lot was going on over December, as most people have a lot going on. So now today I wanted to make a video on first-time mum essentials for the first year, because my son is over 1 now and I feel like I did a pretty good job at not going too over the top with everything that I got, and I really narrowed down what the essentials were that I feel like other first-time mums should get. So let's just dive straight into it. It's really hot in here, so if I'm like getting progressively shinier through the video, that's why. Starting off, the Hucker breast pump. I have mine here. Before I show it to you, do not judge me, it's disgusting. I had to dig it out of storage for this video and it's really gross. I'm gonna try run it through the dishwasher. If it's not salvageable, I'm definitely going to be getting a new one because this was an absolute essential for me. Here it is, you can see she's pretty cloudy. It suctions onto your boob. So you put it on the side that you're not feeding your baby on, and it kind of draws out that letdown that would naturally just leak out into your breast pad if you didn't have it there. This I found so helpful. I had a really strong supply, which sometimes ended up with me feeling engorged, and you know, if my son only wanted to feed on one side, which he sometimes did, then the other side would just feel so big and so heavy. So I feel like this relieved a lot of that for me, especially in those first couple of weeks when your supply is still figuring itself out. I never got a breast pump because I ended up building up a pretty big freezer supply just by catching my letdown. So this is amazing. Next thing is Love to Dream swaddles. I couldn't find mine, it's packed away in storage somewhere, but it's the one where they are swaddled with their arms up. This was just such a lifesaver for me. I tried to do the whole swaddling with the arms down and River would get his arms out and I just wasn't doing it properly. And as a first-time mum, you have so much to think about, and then having to figure out swaddling on top of that is just too much. They have a zipper as well, and it's a two-way zipper, so you can leave their top half in and zip it up from the bottom and then change the nappy or whatever from underneath. And then also it made it really easy to transition out of the swaddle. Would get the transition swaddle and you can take one arm out first, so they have one arm up and then one arm out, and then take both arms out and it's just a normal swaddle. We still use Love to Dreams just with the sleeve. I will definitely be using the Love to Dreams for future babies. Next up is RIFF RAFF sleep toys. This is really gross as well. River absolutely loves this, as you can probably see. We absolutely love this right from the start. It's actually, the battery's flat right now, but you click his ears and one ear plays a lullaby and the other ear plays white noise with a heartbeat as well, I think. We used to use this when we were out and about. We would attach it to the pram, Velcro here, and you attach it and use the white noise, and it was super helpful. You can also attach their dummy to here. And now it's like his little lovey. He sleeps with it every night. He carries it everywhere by its nose in his mouth. But they have a few different animals as well. Along that sort of vein with the sound machines, we've actually tried 2 sound machines because I bought one and then I was lucky enough to be sent one. And I really like both of them. I honestly don't know which one I prefer. So the one that I bought was this one from Glow Dreaming. And you can choose which band you have around it. So we chose the little ocean themed one. So this is a sound machine as well as a night light. You can change it to either green or red light, and you can change the brightness as well. And then you can change the volume. I think it's pink noise that this plays. And it also has, you put water in here and it comes with a little, they have like a little oil mixture that's got like lavender and other soothing oils in it. And then it's a diffuser as well. We use the diffuser a little bit, but I was hesitant using it when River was younger because I just wasn't really sure about using essential oils with River. They do have guidelines on their website for how many drops to use, so you use less for a younger baby. But yeah, there's that one. And then the one I got sent is this NODIEE, which I think I do prefer this one. This one has so many different light and sound options. So we still chose the pink noise because River was used to the Glow Dreaming. This one also has an app that it connects to, so you can control it all from the app, which is really nice. And this one you can also use wireless. Yes, I think I do prefer this one. This is what we have been using lately in his room. and probably will continue using. But it's handy that we have multiple because probably going to have multiple children in different rooms, so we're going to need multiple. Next, I have a nappy backpack. I was given this one at my baby shower. I think it's on Amazon. I'll link it below. I'll leave all the links for everything that I can find down below, and if I have any discount codes for anything, I'll also leave them down there. I never even considered getting like a nappy handbag because I don't like carrying handbags around. I'm not a handbag person, and I wanted something convenient. And this one is great. This has got so many different compartments and things. It's got this one on the side where you can have wipes to get out. It's got all these little pockets and like a zippy pocket, and then it's got a pocket at the front, and it's got these little insulated pockets, so if you do bottle feeding, you put bottles in there. Super handy. Next thing is an automatic swing or a bouncer. This was something I swore that I would not get. I had a manual bouncer at first. That was super handy in lots of ways as well, but it just got to the point where a lot of times River wanted movement to go to sleep, and I just couldn't be sitting there bouncing him all the time, or you know, having him in a carrier and bouncing him or pushing him in a pram. Like sometimes I just wanted to sit down and not move. I got an automatic swing. I just got a cheap one, pretty cheap one from Baby Bunting. I'll link if I can find one similar down below. That saved my life so many times. He had so many naps in that thing. Next up is my co-sleeper bassinet. But we did have a Moses basket at the beginning when he was a newborn and he was sleeping next to our bed, and he just didn't like it, and I didn't really like it that much either because the bassinet stand was a little bit higher than our bed, so I couldn't see over the edge of it when I was lying down in bed, if that makes sense. So I'd have to like sit up and peer over the edge to check that he was okay. And I ended up putting it down on the ground because then I had to be bending down to pick him up every time I wanted to feed him. And I ended up getting a co-sleeper bassinet from Baby Bunting, and it was game changing. I absolutely love that thing. You can put it right up against your bed and zip down the side that's against your bed so your baby is level. You can adjust it to all different levels. You can literally just like while you're lying in bed, you can like bring your baby across to you without having to bend over or anything. Like they're right there. It could mean as well if I would wake up during the night and want to check on him, I literally would just have to roll over and he was like right there. And I think he really liked it as well because I was so much closer to him that it was like co-sleeping, but he was still in his own space. Next is these terry towel nappies from Kmart. You can get a pack of 12 of these for I think about $19. They were just the best burp cloths ever. We had some specifically made burp cloths given to us. I'm sure that they were probably a lot more expensive. They were just way too small. River was an extremely vomity baby. He wasn't reflux apparently, but he vomited a lot and he would just soak through those after one feed. So my auntie actually ended up getting these for me. I would fold them in half lengthways and then chuck them over my shoulder, and it was just perfect because it was a bit more coverage. It was nice and thick so that he couldn't vomit through it. Plus so much cheaper than normal burp cloths. Highly recommend doing this instead of buying burp cloths. More of a toddler item, we got this activity cube for River. When he sat up, that was when we got this, but you could totally get it earlier and they could do tummy time and play with it. But it's so great because it has all these different sides and these different activities that they can do that are really like sensory, and yeah, it was so great. It kept him so entertained. And then when he was starting to pull himself up, he could use these to pull himself up, and it was sturdy enough that it could hold him. My favorite nappy cream was actually made by a small business. It's not specifically a nappy cream, but so you can use it for cuts, like all sorts of things, your own rashes, all that. Just my favorite nappy cream. I've actually run out of it right now. I need to order some more from her. It is called, the brand is called Soap by Sandy, and it's the Calendula and St. John's Wart Salt. She's on Facebook. I'll link her Facebook down below. I think to order, you just need to flick her a message. She does have a physical store, but not many people are actually gonna be able to get to that store because it's a very small town in South Australia. One of the main things that I could not live without is my ERGOBABY carrier. I still use it to this day. We've used it since he was a newborn because they have newborn inserts for in them. We got the 360 one, I believe. Also found it on Facebook Marketplace. I tried slings and things like that and I just didn't really like them, to be honest. I found that ERGOBABY was a lot more comfortable. It didn't make my back hurt. It was really easy to put on. Like, I didn't have to be worrying about adjusting a sling. He always just wanted to be super close to me, so I would use it all the time when I was inside. I would use it to go on hikes. I would use it when I was shopping. Like, we probably used it more than the pram, honestly. Cleaning wise, this stuff is my holy grail. It's called Tough Stuff by the Tasmanian Soap and Skincare Co. It's a natural stain remover. I used it for, we did cloth nappies with River, so I used it a lot on his cloth nappies or just on his clothing in general for stains, and I found it was amazing. You keep it in this little webbing and you just scrub your clothes with it, but get it a little bit wet, scrub your clothes with it, and then chuck them in the washing machine. I find it lifts stains really well for a natural stain remover. This is my favorite by far. Plus these bars last so long and they're super eco-friendly too, so it's just great all round. When your baby starts eating solids, you need to get a silicone bib. I will never use anything different. This one is from Tinoc. They're a really nice small brand. You can get these like everywhere though. There's so many brands that do them. And yeah, basically you put it on, they eat their food and it gets caught in here so it doesn't all end up in their lap, and you can just put it back on their high chair. Babies grow out of clothes so quickly, as I'm sure any mums will know, and any mums to be, you would have been told. And it's really bad for the environment. It's not sustainable at all. Plus it's really expensive buying new clothes for your kids all the time. So what we do is we use this brand called Conscious KOALA, and they have this beautiful organic cotton clothing that they send out as a subscription. So you pay a monthly fee. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to put it on the screen. And they send out your baby's size, and then you keep that size as long as your baby's in it. You just pay the monthly fee, and then as soon as your baby has grown out of it, you package it up, you send it back, and they send you the next size up. She takes them, she washes them and reuses them. If they have any damage, you don't get charged, which is amazing because having a toddler, clothes get stained, it just happens. And she recycles the fabric and then just makes new ones. So you know that it's totally eco-friendly. The circular rental system is just the best. These are staples in River's wardrobe. They have 3 different colorways. So they have the green, this taupe color, and then just a white. Just amazing. We absolutely love them. I will be using them for all future babies and for as long as River can be in them too, because they are just beautiful. Another essential, which I'm not going to delve too much into in this video because I'm going to make a whole other dedicated video, is cloth nappies. We've loved using cloth nappies. I honestly could never go back. It's just the best. You save money, great for the environment. I'll go into it in another video. If you have any questions about cloth nappies, leave them below and I'll try address them in that video. Next is this window blockout from ERGOPOUCH. It's a reusable static cling window blockout. So it's basically like plastic sort of stuff. I don't really know what it's made out of, but it sticks to your window. You wet your window and then it just sticks there. So if you're in a rental, which we have been in rentals since River was born, it is so perfect because you can't install blockout blinds, but you want your baby's room to be dark and they don't damage the window. You can easily take them off and then move them to a different place. We've used them on 3 different rental windows and they still stick perfectly. And lastly, it's this little Subo bottle. Basically, it's like using sippy pouches, but it's obviously reusable and you can put anything in it. So we like to put yogurt in there or smoothies, oats. You can put spaghetti, I'm pretty sure, in here. So when your baby sucks on the top here, it suctions up this so it keeps pushing up the food or whatever they're eating. This never gets blocked and it's just the best. You can throw it in your dishwasher. It's so easy to clean and absolutely essential. That is all the essentials that we have really found the best in the first year of having a baby, and we will definitely be using for future babies. Yeah, I hope you found it helpful, and let me know below what your essentials are for your baby, or if you're a mum to be, what you think you'll be buying out of this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.